In a recent survey, over 80% of B2B and B2C marketers all agree that YouTube content has the ability to help drive views, engagement, and purchases for business owners. So what's going on, guys? My name is Joshawn from JPV Media, and today I'm going to be going over everything you need to know to start YouTube for your business, to content, to gear, to strategy, and softwares that you can use. So let's get started. The first thing that you want to focus on before you press record is your content. Sean Cannell, a YouTube expert, part of the Think Media team, has a great saying: your vibe attracts your tribe. You want to understand what your vibe is, who's your tribe, who's your audience, and what content are you going to be bringing to them that's going to add value into their lives. So step one, get clear on your why. When you get clear on your why, it's going to help bring that confidence to do what you're going to set out to do. You're going to be very purposeful. Everything is going to be done with intention, and it's not going to be done on accident. To help get clear on your why, ask yourself questions like, why am I getting started on this channel? Or you can ask yourself, what is the main goal for this channel? So when you set time aside to really think about these questions and understand your why before you press record, you're going to, again, be more purposeful, be more intentional with your YouTube channel, and it's going to show across your YouTube videos. Okay, so step number two for your content is know your target audience. Now, if you're a business owner, you probably already know who your target audience is. It's your customer. Now we just want to verify your target audience for YouTube. And how we're going to do that is, whatever your business is, you're going to type in some relevant keywords into YouTube autocomplete and try to find some other channels like yours that are similar to your business. And what we're doing is we're verifying that your customer has a verified interest in wanting to understand more about your business, more about your process in YouTube. And when you're doing that, you may be able to get a good sense of what your customers are looking for YouTube. Now, the goal isn't just to copy and paste what other people are doing for YouTube, but it's to see the different structures and different strategies, and now you're gonna make them your own in your own business. You're gonna be able to bring your own unique perspective and process to your YouTube channel. So don't feel like that you're just copying someone else. And if it's something that they're doing, it may not work for you. They may be doing podcasts, but maybe you're just not a podcast person. So when you're doing this research, always do it in the lens of, okay, what's gonna work best for me? And try some things out. So the next step, step number three, is coming up with content ideas. So what we're gonna do is generate 20 to 25 content ideas. And how we're gonna do this is focusing on answering specific questions that your customers may have. So say you have a network of customers who you can reach out. You can say, hey, I'm starting a YouTube channel. What's something that you would want to see, or like what problem would you want me to solve in this YouTube channel? Or you can utilize maybe social media, Instagram, do some polls, really understand what your customers are looking for. Another tool that you can use is a website called Ask the Public. You can type in your keywords in there, and it's going to come up with a list of questions that you can use. I do use ChatGPT, so if you want to use ChatGPT to help you come up with your content ideas and figure out what questions your audience is asking, you can. I will say I use ChatGPT as a launching point, not end all be all. Maybe if you do type, what are some questions that I can answer for my customer, and they give you maybe 10 to 15 ideas, verify that with their audience. Put that poll up saying, hey guys, do you want to know X, Y, and Z about my business? So give that a shot, and maybe that will really help. Answering specific questions that your customers actually have is gonna help establish you as an authority on YouTube, and you're actually providing real value, tangible value that they can use. So let's talk about gear. So gear can be intimidating, but I don't want it to stop you from starting your YouTube channel. I am a videographer. I have been doing videography for five years plus now, and I like my way behind a good camera, but when it comes to YouTube, content is greater than quality. So your content, what you're saying, what value you're bringing to your audience is going to be more important than the gear that you're using. So you can really focus in on your content, what you're saying, the value that you're providing to your audience. By doing that, you can build your audience. You don't need, super expensive cameras. If you have a smartphone, maybe an iPhone or Android, hope you don't have an Android, they shoot 4K quality. This is an iPhone right here, so this is iPhone 4K quality. I'm shooting 4K 30 frames per second. This is really good quality. So if you have an iPhone, you can start shooting today. Let's just say you have a budget for a camera and you're ready to invest. I would recommend the Sony a6400. I've used this camera so much with a lot of my clients. I absolutely love it. It shoots up to 4K, 24 frames per second. I think even 4K, 30 frames per second. And it's not too big of a camera. It's compact. It's light, so if you're doing some vlogging, it won't be too heavy for you. This camera is priced at $795, and it comes with a 16 to 50 millimeter lens. I do love Sony. It does really well in low light settings, but I also do love Canon. This is my camera right here, and I'll be sure in the description below to have the links to all the gear that I'm discussing in this video. Next for gear, tripods. You wanna have tripods, make sure that that camera is stable. Some different types of tripods that you can look into, maybe a travel tripod. These tripods are great for vlogging. And you also want to be looking into stationary tripods. Now the tripod I've had it for 8 years and it still works like great. It's a K-Air tripod, BV30L. Yeah, like I said, it's been just working really well for me for the past 7 years, so I would recommend it. Honorable mention, Manfrotto has some really great tripods as well. So if I find a good Manfrotto tripod, I'll go ahead and drop that in the description. And you can look at both of those and see which ones you like. Next, when it comes to gear, is lighting. So let's just say you're shooting your content and you don't have a budget for lighting. Use natural light. If you have a window nearby, you can use the natural light from the window. If you do want to look into investing into some lighting, I'll also have some lighting equipment down below. Right now, I am shooting with the Cobra CL220. I have a light ring right here to my left, and this is what's filling in for me, and it seems pretty good. So newer is budget friendly, so you can look into finding maybe a 1 to 2 light ring kit. Next up for gear is audio and some different types of mics that you can be using to enhance your video content. This right here is a shotgun mic. You can put this on top of your camera. If you can get an adapter for your aux, iPhone adapter, you can also shoot these with iPhones. You just have to make sure that you get the right setup. So I'll try to find that for you guys, put that in the description down below. You wanna make sure that you're kind of like at an arm's distance when you're shooting with shotgun mic. Next up is lavaliers. So lavaliers, they are really good. This is a lavalier that I'm shooting with right now. It is easy, you can clip it. Usually, you can get wireless ones or you can also get wired ones. This one is wireless. This is a Pico Gear lavalier mic, and this is the one I recommend. I think this lavalier is equipment friendly, it being wireless, it being small, and you just clip it right on your shirt. Please make sure that you remember to put your lavaliers away. It's super easy to forget that you have your lavs on your shirt when it's super small and convenient like this. Now let's talk about editing. For me, I use programs like DaVinci Resolve, Premiere Pro. Both these programs are great. I'm leaning towards DaVinci Resolve. I think it's a little bit more sleeker. I've had some issues in the past with Premiere Pro crashing on me. Not to say I don't love it, I still use it here and there, but I definitely do recommend DaVinci Resolve. Say you want to use something a little bit more beginner friendly, user friendly. CapCut is awesome, it's free. It's available on Mac and Windows, and you can download the app right on your phone. There's a lot of different transitions effects that are embedded into the app where it's a simple drag and drop. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if you want to see some tutorials on how to use CapCut for your business or any of these other editing softwares. Finally, let's talk about releasing your YouTube video and optimizing it for YouTube. So you really want to focus on your thumbnails and your titles. I went to Vid Summit last year in 2023, and that was the biggest thing that I took away from my experience at Vid Summit is how much that these professional YouTubers really take their time to make sure that their thumbnail is where it needs to be. And it makes sense, right? Because you want people to click on your video. So when it comes to the thumbnail process, before I even press record and before I even come up with my script for my video, I'm thinking about my thumbnail. I'm thinking about what concepts do I want to include in my thumbnail. So your thumbnail and your titles are promised, so you really want to make sure that it's a really solid one, and we don't want to clickbait. We want to make sure that it accurately describes what the audience is going to get from your video. So after you post your video, maybe 7 days to 2 weeks, it's time to review it. We're going to look at key metrics in YouTube Studios to help review our video. Metrics like our click-through rate, our watch time, and audience retention. So let's go into YouTube Studio and I'll show you how we're gonna analyze these metrics. Okay, so we're in YouTube Studio and I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to track certain YouTube metrics such as watch time, click-through rate, and attention audience rate. So here I am in one of my clients' YouTube Studio, Alex Canaz. He is a mortgage lender in the state of Arizona, but he does lending all across the nation. So here is YouTube channel. You see that we're answering specific questions for his audience. So we're gonna go ahead and click on a specific video and track how the video is doing. So we're gonna click in our video, home inspection secrets, what every buyer needs to know. Now, once you clicked into your video, go and click into analytics, and then you can see the amount of views this video has. So the total of views that it's gotten since it's been published. Total watch time is the total amount of time this video has been watched. So this has been just slightly above our usual, and us just starting this channel. If you go down into the key moments for audience retention, you can see this is how we're going to track our audience retention. So usually you would want these lines on this graph to stay as high as it can. It's natural for the line to dip, but it's natural. And if you see the spikes in this graph, you can look at it and say, oh, what did that
buyer have 10 days to do all of your due diligence?
What are these spikes representing? Because these spikes are letting us know that our audience are interested in these moments. So we can study these moments and try to implement that into our next video. And next, what I'm gonna go over is how to track and analyze your CTR, your click-through rate. So you're gonna click your reach tab right over here under video analytics, and then you can see your impression click-through rate. So the impression click-through rate measures how often viewers watch the video after seeing a registered impression on your YouTube. So your video has a certain amount of impressions, so you'll see what your impressions are. And impressions are the total number of times your video thumbnail was shown to viewers since the video was published. So this has to do with your thumbnail and the quality of your thumbnail, mostly, not all the time, but it's connected to is your thumbnail being clicked. So you can see this video as 3.6K impressions. Out of those 3.6K impressions, this was able to be viewed 100 times from those impressions. So you can track the CTR and see how you can continue to improve your thumbnails to get a higher click-through rate so your video can be viewed more. YouTube is a great tool to convert views into business. And if you want to learn additional details about what we went over in today's video, I actually have a free guide for you in the description below. Click on it, check it out. I hope it's helpful. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and let me know down in the comments below what y'all want to see next. God bless.